Who needs turns? Not us and not our enemies. Let's keep this train rolling. This throwback Final Fantasy II music is so good. It gets me right in the nostalgia bone. I know I'm not alone there. I was hoping to hear the Pandemonium track, though. But, you know, I'll take what I can get. It was good enough for me to not change the music. So, yeah. Fine by me. Goal here was to kill the moth before we even get out of the burst sequence. Well, not before. That's not possible. You know what I'm trying to say. As the burst sequence ends, so does the moth's life. And the best way to do it, I found, was to opt for the free C65 in here and go for another Shooting Star Plus. Just something I've been doing lately with this. Seems to be working out. Like, you wouldn't think it'd be more damage, just because he's missing out on another attack, but it is. It totally works. So, there we go. I know I'm not the only one who pulled. How did everyone's Emperor's pulls go? I got his LD. Took a minute, but I got it. A little lacking on the resources now because of it, but that's alright. Yeah, did the challenge quest already, and I went in solo tier 6, and it was probably tied with the Cloud of Darkness tier 4, like the easiest Dimensions End solo I've ever done. So yeah, I'm going to be uploading that soon. I mean, it changes his kit just a little bit. I mean, like everyone's LD, it enhances it. And it really helps him hang on to skills, that's for sure. I mean, really all you got to do is, you have his LD buff on, I don't know what it's called, but if you have that on while all of Emperor's bombs are up, when he uses his EX, he just presses HP attack and all the bombs go off, including the EX bomb that deletes turns. Not deletes, delays. I cannot speak today. So really, the Emperor game plan now is to keep those bombs on for as long as possible, keep your LD buff on, and just spam HP attacks, because everything will explode and their turns will be delayed. It's pretty busted, but a lot of fun. I know Emperor would be more valuable later on in later tiers, just because he's a lot stronger now, but I mean, we only have 4 left, and we're going to get more characters, and I already have more characters I can use, so I don't think I'm going to free him. I think that he's going to live in tier 6. And he gave me my my Rosa and my Yuffie back, who I'm also not going to use in Dimensions End either at this point. I don't really see any point in using them, except for maybe... You know what, there might actually be other characters in older tiers that I could free up using either one of them. So maybe it's not a total waste. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, maybe there's somebody I can free. I don't know who it would be, but we'll see. In fact, you know what? I mean, even in one of the more recent ones, that would be tier 16. I'd probably free up Renoa with one of them. But then do I even need her moving forward? I have no idea. Like, is it a waste to even do? Is that even the right attitude to have? Probably not, because this thing is all about the fun. So, if I find it fun, I'll do it. If I don't feel like doing it, I won't do it. But we'll see what happens when we get there. I'm sure there will come a day when I'm taking a look at my tower and just wanting to move stuff around just for fun. Remember when this first came out, really just the team to be for this stage was, speaking of Rosa, was Emperor, Rosa, and Ultimecia. Back in the day, that was the team that just shredded these Scorpions. Yeah, because that was, Rosa was Synergy back then. She was the Lost Chapter character. And Emperor and Rosa were, like, at the top of their game. Like, that tag team was the best for like 2 weeks. and then they just kind of got like power crap. Not Rosa so much. Rosa stayed around a lot longer, but I don't know, to me it feels like Emperor was a more fun character to use than he was like a super meta character to use. He was good, don't get me wrong, he was totally viable. He was awesome, but I don't know, I didn't use him as much as I thought I would. I was so hyped to get him. And even now, like, I pulled for the LD and spent way too much on it, knowing all that, but I don't care. I just wanted it, so I went for it. He's still fun to use, man. Like, even if he's not, like, my ideal character of choice, just the fact that he's around, I'm happy about it. And I built my Furion up to base EX. That's it. He was my third for the challenge quest, along with Kefka, fully built, burst, and everything. And yeah, Furion was just kind of along for the ride. I mean, it was really just Emperor and Kefka tearing it up. It's a little tricky with them, though, because you gotta time Kefka's debuffs and Emperor's bombs, because you don't want to frame all of Kefka's debuffs and then try to put bombs on with Emperor and then they just don't take. You don't want that. So what I find is that the Shrine debuffs, which would be the Blind and the HP Silence, are obviously more valuable than all the stuff that he inflicts with Light of Judgment. I mean, those two debuffs are just great. Especially for a fight like this, where they raise their tails and they want to just keep blasting you with lasers. Silence that shit. And extend it with DLD, all good. And in between all that, just drop bombs with Emperor. My main thing was, I would not use Light of Judgment if they didn't have 6 debuffs on. That was my game plan, and it worked out great. So for people who maybe haven't done this challenge quest yet, and they keep finding they can't put bombs on, or they can't put silence on, or whatever, that's why. And yeah, they can both carry Furion easily. In fact, they could probably carry Furion's even less built than mine. I mean, mine's at base EX, crappy artifacts, and no summon boards. And it didn't matter. He was just kind of there. It was the other two doing all the work. I do think, though, that, at least temporarily, the days of people being able to have their characters get killed and still beat challenge quests because one character survives that just carries everyone, it seems like that's not really possible for this one. I'm sure someone out there is going to prove me wrong, but I don't know. Normally the only reason that works is because if you carry it with, like, the burst character of the week or whatever, they tend to keep the turns really low. I mean, Noctis and Arden did that exceptionally well. I mean, I managed to do the gem revive trick for the Odin, the Odin challenge quest, because I was able to just get 2 summons and 2 bursts and, like, basically infinite Noctis LDs. You can do that gem revive trick in, like, 8 turns on the turn counter. It was ridiculous. I mean, Arden couldn't do it that well, but he was still strong enough to just keep everybody's turn counts low, and yeah, it worked out. But I don't think Kefka could do that. Kefka's great and everything, but his thing isn't, like, amazing turn efficiency. It's just debuffs. So you do manage to get killed here with him on the team. You probably have to restart. I don't think that you're going to be able to just press on and win still. But if someone wants to prove me wrong, I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love to see it if it is possible. But my gut tells me no, not with a character like Kefka. You probably have to keep your team alive. Because Kefka, I can't even speak tonight, oh my god. Kefka doesn't even have free turns or any of that stuff, so you probably have to just do it the old-fashioned way. And there's nothing wrong with that. I wonder when this team will slow down. Because since it's been available, it's been just crushing all the content. Probably Lufenia. I'm sure there will be some where they won't be able to do this. I have a feeling that Shinryu they'll be able to do, that first Lufenia. I think they'll be able to get that one done. But a lot of that, see, maybe there's videos of it out there that I just haven't looked up. But my gut would tell me that a lot of that would depend on whatever aura Shinryu puts up. Because he has a few different auras that are signified by different colors that mean different things for you. Like, one of them is no battery, no healing. One of them is no delays and launches. I forget the rest, but depending on your team composition, that could be a huge problem. And another thing I'm curious about, I was talking to some Dystopians about this, and the only run I ever saw of that fight, and this is like when it came out in JP, was Keiss. I saw him go in there with Noctis, Charlotta, and Relman. He did great. And I did not see a Lufenia orb pop up in that whole fight. At least from what I remember, I don't see one. But then I'm looking at other stuff, other people talking about it, and they're talking about the Lufenia orb and the conditions. I'm over here like, but Keiss didn't have a Lufenia orb. Like, is there something that he does that signifies that? I'm pretty sure that thing has an overdrive attack, and I don't know. Maybe those two things are connected. Not for all Lufenias, but just for this one. Where if he manages to get off his overdrive attack on you, he will also put up a Lufenia orb. So if that's the case, for the love of God, don't let that thing use his overdrive. Because why would you want to deal with an orb if you don't have to? Again, that's all speculation. I haven't actually looked into it myself. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. But I plan on just running this team. And yeah, and many others. I'm not going to do just this. I'll probably go in with this blind and then try other stuff just because it's Lufenia. It's a new era. Like, I want to just see what works and just try a bunch of new things. Because for me, Keiss is, Keiss is kind of out the door. Like, we're kind of just like picking up the slack here. Like, these stages aren't even hard anymore. Even if you don't lose, even if I can't speak, even if you don't use a busted team like this, we have so many strong characters that Keiss is really ready to just, be kicked to the curb. Like, we need Lufenia at this point. The content's too easy. But that's coming soon, luckily. So until then, like, I don't really, I don't have much shame in just kind of powering through the Chaos stages with busted teams like this. Because we've been through the whole era. I've beaten them all with multiple teams. I'm like, let's just get this done and bring on the new era, please. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I was thinking EX, but no. Why not launch? They're almost dead. Let's just squeeze a few launches in here to up that score as much as possible before the fight's over. See, I say that, and right here, I don't know why I didn't... Yeah, this seemed like a weird decision. Oh, I know why. Because he's about to raise his tail and blast us. And I would rather that not happen. I'm like, let's kill him so that that doesn't happen. Okay, I remember now. Break this one, jump behind Noctis. B recovers. You can keep this damage even, get this launch in on him. Because he's got significantly more health left than the one on the left there. I haven't talked about this fight the whole time, really, other than that first part. When I'm like, let's kill the moth real fast. That's the thing, there's not much to say about these fights anymore. I mean, especially for Lost Chapters. I mean, a lot of these are fights we've all done already. So it's like, alright, let's just get this show on the road. It's still fun, don't get me wrong, but I am absolutely ready for the Lufenia era. We need something new. 100%. Yeah, see, good thing I did attack that one and sacrifice the launch with Sazh earlier, because even that didn't kill? Come on now. He's gotta die. There we go. Get battery, why not? My EX is up, but again, why? Launch helps with score. We're getting that 2 million. Nice and easy. Okay, challenge quest up next with Kefka fully kitted, Emperor fully kitted, and a crappy Furion. So until then, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.